Welcome back to part 2 of a resort and room tour here at Sandals Grande Saint Lucia in October 2020. In this episode I'm going to take you on a tour of a couple of the rooms, starting with our own 3107, which is a club level walkout room here in building 3 of the Sandals Grande Saint Lucia complex, and I'm then going to take you up to Donna and Michael's room up there in building 1, which is a penthouse club level beach view room overlooking the gorgeous beach that is, of course, Rodney Bay here in St. Lucia. And then, courtesy of Nadia and the fantastic team here on site at Sandals Grande Saint Lucia, I'm going to take you on a tour of a couple of other rooms that we did during the second week of our vacation here in October 2020.
First thing to state here is that 18 out of the 20-something rooms at the Sandals Grande Saint Lucia are absolutely identical. What you are paying for is the outlook or the view, and obviously some amenities. So the first room that I'm going to show you is 3107, the room that Fiona and I shared for 11 nights during October 2020. If you have watched any of the room tours from our previous videos here on the Liv'n the Dream, you will know that Fiona and I like a walkout room. We like to be able to waltz out of our room and get to the pool. So you guessed it, 3107 was a walkout room. And like all of these rooms at Sandals, turning left, or if you're in the dyslexic room, turning right, you will enter the bathroom, which in our room had a bath with an overhead shower. A toilet and a his and her sink. To be honest guys, there really wasn't a lot else to tell you. The bathroom was absolutely fine, it was clean, it was well appointed, and the shower was excellent. So exiting the bathroom and turning 180 degrees, you find the closet. Again, pretty standard for Sandals, plenty of hanging space, plenty of storage space, and of course, a safe. Moving into the room itself, I should tell you that these have been updated since Fiona and I last visited the Sandals Grande Saint Lucia in 2016. The power sockets in the room were plentiful, and there were even a couple of USB sockets built into the UK power socket beside the mirror, and there was also 110 American sockets. We always bring a 4-way UK multi-block with USB plugs with us. However, this year we needn't have bothered. There was plenty of plug space beside the mirror, which is exactly what Fiona wanted. Of course, the reason we chose this room was ease of access to the gardens and our favourite pool, where we would be spending most of our days lounging during our vacation in October 2020 at the Sandals Grande Saint Lucia. Moving on to Donna and Michael's room, which was 1411, a beach view club level penthouse room on the 4th floor, building 1. There is no point in me going into the details of this room internally, because as you will see, it is pretty identical to ours. In the bathroom, the only difference was Donna and Michael had a shower instead of a bath. But when Fiona and I last visited this resort in 2016, our room was only 2 down, 1407, and we had noticed that these rooms had been improved, updated, however you want to call it, since we'd visited them previously in 2015. And as we head out onto the veranda, you will see what is different between Donna and Michael's room and our room, and it is, of course, the view. This, of course, is the beach view overlooking the beach at the Sandals Grande Saint Lucia on Rodney Bay. If this is the view that you're looking for during your vacation at the Sandals Grande Saint Lucia, do not book an ocean view room like Fiona and I did on our second visit to the Sandals Grande Saint Lucia in 2014, because this was the view you get when you book an ocean view room. As you can see, the beach view is a whole lot different, and as you can imagine, Fiona and I will never make that mistake again. So as I finish the tour of Donna and Michael's room 1411, I'm going to leave you with the sunset on the Sunday, their second day at Sandals Grande Saint Lucia in October 2020. On the Thursday of our second week, Nadia from Sandals very kindly agreed to show us a couple of other premium rooms. So Donna, Michael, Fiona and I met in the hotel lobby with Nadia, who would then escort us to the first of the two premium rooms. As I said earlier, 3107 and 1411 are typical of 18 out of what I believe is 22 room categories here at Sandals Grande Saint Lucia. So the four left are a Rondoval, a one-bedroom suite, over Water Bungalows, and of course the President Clinton suite. And as you can see in this segment, the first room we're going to take you to is one of the brand new over Water Bungalows. We'll then take you to see a Rondoval, but sadly the President Clinton suite and all of the one-bedroom apartments were currently occupied, and therefore we couldn't see them. You enter the Overwater Bungalow by a small kitchen, and this takes you into the magnificent bedroom. And yes guys, well done for noticing this bedroom has a glass floor looking straight down into the beautiful clear water, so you can see the fish swimming beneath you. And of course, in the fantastic Overwater Bungalows, you get an enormous curved flat screen TV. But who's going to be watching TV when you're in this gorgeous massive bed watching the fish swim beneath you? And like all of the rooms at the Sandals Grande Saint Lucia, you get his and her sinks, but the Overwater Bungalows, you also get a separate toilet and shower cubicle. And of course Nadia had to challenge everyone to walk across the glass floor. It's not quite the CN Tower in Toronto, folks, but yes, it's still interesting to walk across that floor looking straight down into the crystal clear waters of the Caribbean Sea. I guess when you choose to book an Overwater Bungalow at the Sandals Grande Saint Lucia, the outside deck is what you're paying for. And as I exited onto this deck, wow was the only adjective I could think of to describe this incredible outdoor space with the Caribbean Sea, your swimming pool. And you even have an outdoor soaking tub with curtains you can pull around for additional privacy. When I recorded this video in mid-October 2020, due to the popularity of these fantastic Overwater Bungalows, Sandals was limiting the number of nights you could stay in them. So guys, in late 2020, if cash isn't a factor in your choice of room at the Sandals Grande Saint Lucia, you're not going to be booking one of these Overwater Bungalows for more than a few nights at the time. So if privacy is your thing, you might want to consider a Rondoval, which I'll be showing you next. However, before we leave this fantastic Overwater Bungalow, I'm going to leave you with a montage of photographs. And to the final room that I'm going to show you during this room tour at the Sandals Grande Saint Lucia during October 2020 is a Rondoval. Staying in one of these awesome private rooms has always been on my bucket list. So in a few years' time, when Fiona and I are celebrating our 25th wedding anniversary, where we plan to renew our vows at the Sandals Grande Saint Lucia, I have committed to my wife that we will be travelling British Airways first class for that trip, and we will be staying at one of these awesome Rondevals. And in my opinion, by design, these Rondevals are extremely elegant and simple at the same time. Where you enter the bedroom straight past the open plan bathroom. And again, in my opinion, wow is probably the only adjective I can use to describe this incredibly well designed and apportioned room. And at the back of the bedroom is a spacious open planned bathroom with a large soaking tub, definitely big enough for two, a separate toilet and shower room, and the his and her sinks are at the opposite sides of the room, and these French doors lead out to your private outdoor sun terrace with comfortable sitting area, a small soaking pool, and of course a jacuzzi. And of course, those of you who watch our videos already know that Fiona and I are not really beach people, so as you can imagine, this would be perfect for us. Yeah, hopefully in a few years. So until then, and living the dream in 2026, I'm going to leave you with a montage of photographs from my favourite room category at the Sandals Grande Saint Lucia. And this is also where I bring this video to a close. So I hope you've enjoyed this tour of a few rooms at the Sandals Grande Saint Lucia during October 2020.